What's up, guys? I am Horny Devil and welcome back to another Mission Chief tutorial video. So in this video I'll be showing you guys dispatch centers. Now I haven't actually ever talked about dispatch centers necessarily. I mean, I've showed some gameplay of them, but of course I think I have 9, I believe. I have I believe 9, maybe 11. I guess we can find out. So we go down building. Let's go to dispatch center. Where the fuck is it? Right on the top. Okay, you currently can only build 12, so that means we have 12. All right. So basically, a dispatch center, they serve really no purpose necessarily, but it's more of a settings. It's like a extra settings tab essentially. So let's take a look real quick. So the most important function of them that I could even find, which was recently just released, is a what's the word I'm looking for? Nope, not in here. Let's go to edit. And establish your own coverage area. Stations belonging to the dispatch center are considered for missions in the assigned dispatch center area. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, so the people that play in the United States, or possibly in other countries, so smaller towns typically do not carry mobile commands and hazmats and air tanker or the Cascade units or the SCBA resupply units for like the air tanks, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Anywho, they usually carry you know, like tankers and just engines and sometimes even towers. And rarely battalion chiefs, but they do have them, depending on the size of the town. So, what I like to do is, actually, I'm going to pull it up real quick. Let's go find my name. Alright, so as you can see, within this area, this is what I try to do. So, okay, let's find it real quick. So, I should be... Let's just go to Ramsey County. So Ramsey County Emergency Communication Center has all my police departments within Ramsey County and the fire departments within Ramsey County. I don't do hospitals because hospitals really don't get called from the Emergency Communication Center unless there's like a mass shooting situation where the communication center is going to send a warning saying that you better call everyone in because there's about to be a shitstorm coming your way. So that is kind of what I like to do. So what does that mean? Let's just head over to settings real quick. So let's go find Ramsey County. Let's just refresh my page so I can go down to Minneapolis. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's probably taking too long. Anyway, so let's come down here. So let's go to Ramsey County and let's go into buildings. Now I put every single building in here. Okay. Once you go to buildings, you have this list right here. Where these are all hospitals. And I really don't do that. I don't put medical things in there because I just don't do that. Just my personal preference. I mean, I could, but they would be like communication centers would be sharing them, so it wouldn't make any sense. But anywho, so I do have these ones. Let's just go to a fire station real quick that I know. Go to St. Paul. Let's go to the S's real quick. Here we go. St. Paul Fire Department. So these are all within the Ramsey County Emergency Communication Center. Now let's go to Sartell, which should be all the way at the top. Sartell. S-A. Oh, no, it should be below. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, Q, R. Okay. Where is it? S, P, S, A. Where'd it go? Sanford. Shriners. Where the fuck is it? Anywho, moving on. It's about that is very helpful, and like just adding on to that. So let's head up to Sartell up here. Now, most fire stations, when the game first puts you in the game, it puts all of them within a combined dispatch center. So that means if you have 900 stations, 900 stations are going to be under one dispatch center. Now that I have 12 dispatch centers, I can reroute all those 900 stations to the 12. So like I said before, when you have one station in the middle of nowhere, kind of like this, if I were to have this station into like a 900 station dispatch center, I would be getting massive calls. Now, the reason I do not want massive calls is because this station is not equipped with an MCV or hazmat, so I would have to send all my units, which all my good units on my high end are all down here, so it would be a 2-hour commute to get up here. So the reason I put this station this fire department, into this dispatch center down here is just so that I would not get calls. So I did come down here. Oh, this is the wrong thing. Let's go to here. Stearns County Dispatch Center, and then I went to establish your own coverage area. So when you do that, it makes it so it's like the station is the first time. Like when you guys first joined or started the game, you were getting these small ass calls where it's like trash bin fire, container fire, bale of straw fire. That's what I did. Now you don't have to do these with ambulance stations because ambulance stations always require one ambulance. They will never require police departments unless the police department and the ambulance station are put together in one dispatch center. If that kind of makes sense. But anyways, that is the best function I've seen with the communication center, or the dispatch centers, or answering points, whatever you want to call them. But the only other thing is, it does show logs. So when you've built a building or statistics or whatever. So when you're under statistics, I will actually show you. This one's in Anoka County, but I'll show you a larger one. But let's go back to your Ramsey County Communication Center. So let's go to statistics. So I put every single fire department in Ramsey County so far that I have built into Ramsey County. So right now I have 16. Majority of them are St. Paul fire departments. I have 16 ambulance stations because most of my fire departments do have ambulance bays in them, so that does make them into ambulance stations technically. Then I have 6 police stations. I have the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office, and I have St. Paul Police Departments, and I have a couple other police departments in the surrounding area. Now, what I did do to know that that some buildings were in Ramsey County, so let's see this right here. Let's go to Inver Grove Heights, for instance. This is the fire station that you don't know whether this one is in, let's go to, if this is in maybe Dakota County Communications area, or if it's in Ramsey County. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's go to Inver Grove Heights. Let's just type in Google, Inver Grove Heights, MN. Probably spelled that wrong, but I don't believe I did. Anyways, Inver Grove Heights is in Dakota County. So in return, Inver Grove Heights Fire Department should be in Dakota County Communication Center. That's just what I do. For my personal preference, I like playing as realistic as possible. So this this building should have where is it? Inver Grove Heights Fire Department in it. So let's just go find Inver Grove Heights. Just an example. So it'd be EFGHI. Inver Grove Heights Station 1, and look at that, is in Dakota County Communications, or just DCC, Dakota Communication Center. So I have the Inver Grove Heights Police Department, Inver Grove Heights Station 1 and Station 3, and I believe Station 1, or 2, if there even is a Station 2. I don't remember. I believe there is. Whatever. And the only other thing I did, I think I've talked about this before, I have LifeLink 3 Communication Center, so this will have, is the core of all my air medical services. So this dispatch center will dispatch the helicopters. It doesn't actually serve a purpose that dispatches them. They would dispatch regardless if I didn't have a dispatch center. But they do communicate with LifeLink 3 down here and LifeLink 3 all over the place, right up here and parts of that. But anyways, moving on, so let's go to Mille Lacs County 911. I don't actually have any stations, fire stations connected to this one. I just wanted to build this one because I could. But that's the statistics. See, it has nothing connected to it, so it has 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And so that's buildings 2. Expansions. Let's go to expansions. So here we go. Let's go to expansion. Abbott Northwestern. Did I? Oh yeah, okay. So this expansion tab will show all the expansions your hospitals have. So for instance, let's go find my Hennepin County Medical Center. Now, see, I have a lot of hospitals, so this may take a little bit. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Oh, I just passed it. Hennepin County Medical Center, and as you can see, I have all these built. So technically, this one should be called the Trauma Center now because you have all the things built. But anywho, that's another topic I was going to cover later. So let's head to, let's just stay in here. And then we have vehicles. So when we have vehicles, this does not necessarily relate to the ones that are in this sector. This will, when you're under the vehicles tab, under your communication center, it'll show all the vehicles for your whole game. It doesn't matter which communication center it's in, just it's in the whole game. So it's in alphabetical order, which is pretty nice. I have all my Atlanta ambulances, my Chisholm crash trucks with the Minneapolis International Airport, and I have my ambulances surrounding areas. Then I also have all the engines. I do have a lot of engines with the same numbers, like engine, let's just see. And all my helicopters right here, all starting with the N, and then I have Northumberland ambulances. And I don't think this is actually loading them all. I have a lot more than this, but I guess they're not loading. I think I have too many. But anyway, so let's go to training courses. So this will show all your training facilities, and then you can start a new training center, or new course, I should say, whether it be hazmat, ARFF, blah, 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 blah. And let's just go back right here. Patrol routes. I believe you do need a dispatch center to do this. So when you first start the game, you will start off with your first station, and then you can make a dispatch center. But here you can go to make a patrol route. I do believe I have made a video on patrol routes before. And then you have patrol vehicles. So patrol route is just, you can make like a little circle. So if you wanted to head, let's say right here, down to here, to here, to here, back up to here, you just make a complete square, and that'd be the patrol route. And then the patrol vehicle you could assign to that patrol route. And you can only do patrol vehicles with ambulances and police vehicles, which does make sense. Literally, engines and tower trucks for the fire departments do not go patrol areas, which does not make any sense. And then the last tab, which I said is just an extended, what's the word I'm looking for? Extended settings tab. There we go. Okay, so the main dispatch center. Now, when you, I'm going to show you this one real quick, and then I'll go to Maximum Alliance Mission Dispatch. So right now, I'm in St. Cloud at this dispatch center. Now, when I hit the refresh button right up here, or this refresh button right up here, or when you first log into the game, it should bring you to this, which is mine, will be the Lifelink 3 Communication Center. Now, the reason I chose the Lifelink 3 Communication Center is because it's out of the way, out of everything. It doesn't have a lot of calls over there. It might have one or two, but let's just go. And it'll bring me directly to the Communication Center right here. Let's just see. Right here. So it brought me here. Now, if I were to change the settings to another communication center, let's say I chose Mille Lacs County 911, as soon as I hit this refresh button, it would bring me right up here. It would literally look exactly like this. That's all it would be. So that's the main dispatch center. All these ones are kind of a personal preference down here, but a maximum alliance mission distance. So you have up to 600. Now this one's a little iffy. I haven't used this one, but I always keep mine on no limit because I don't really care whether people are in my area or not if they dispatch over here. Maximum alliance missions dispatch in kilometers. But anyways, show alliance vehicles for missions you're not involved in. So if you were playing a game or in Mission Chief and you literally zoomed all the way out, you would see everybody else's vehicles. Show vehicles route map. This will show exactly the waypoint they're going to be taking, even if they haven't reached that place yet. So kind of like if you ever play Grand Theft Auto, it'll show like the purple dot, which is like your GPS and where you should go, and that's where the engine or ambulance or police vehicle will be going. Automatically cancel rescue vehicle when it's not needed. I don't do this. I don't really care. And I do not know if it's rescue service is when they're talking about ambulances or if they're actually talking about like heavy rescues. So I haven't really tinkered with this one. Mouse over display interactive elements. I haven't really messed with that, and I haven't really fucked with it. Static window size. I don't really know. Show vehicles on map, only mobile version. I don't have mobile version, so fuck it. Show vehicles on map. So this will show my vehicles, and if I turn this off, I believe it would not show my vehicles. Big alarm and regulations at the alarm window. I don't really know about that one either. Only POIs that have set to default is unchecked, which means POIs have other. Oh, okay. So, for instance, if you were playing in New York, which everybody literally plays in New York because that's where the game starts you, some people do put down POIs, whether it's like a park or hospital or, I don't know, like a fair or something. So that means if you set down a POI here in Malacca, which I have no units, someone else, it could create calls here. And let's say if someone was playing in Morta up here, and a call came in here, that they could see your call. If this kind of makes sense. But if you're playing in the same area, people can use your POIs and you can use theirs, if that makes sense. I hope it does. But I'm really bad at explaining things, but no one's really ever told me. But anyways, mission expansion, I do know what this one is, and I did turn it off. Now the reason I turned this one off is because, for instance, if I had a fireplace. No. Let's choose another one. Oh, okay. Let's say a waste bin fire right here. This waste bin fire. I have a big ass helicopter about to pass my house. You guys want to hear something? Oh, yeah, it's black. Oh boy, I'm gonna stick my computer out the window. Here we go, guys. This is gonna sound beautiful. I could literally hear that thing coming from like miles away. But anywho, so yeah, this waste bin fire could turn into a commercial fire. Now I turn this off because I don't know if my math is correct on this, but I feel like I make more credits when it's turned off. So when they do not expand. But that's just me. If you guys, I know it's playing a little bit unrealistic, as if they don't expand it, or if they don't expand. But that's just me. Okay, I think we have one more thing to cover, I believe. I don't remember what it was, but settings, mission information updated. Okay, so when it does expand, when a mission does expand to like a commercial fire or to whatever it changes to, it'll come down here, and I believe it'll tell you, if I remember correctly, that a mission expanded. But that is basically it on communication centers or dispatch centers. There's really not much else to do about them or to say about them. But I have 12 within this area, and I'm trying to like fill them up and get every single county. But I do have the ones in Duluth, so the Duluth units will be hooked up to this one eventually in the sheriff's office. So that's just my gameplay. But anyways, thank you for watching this tutorial video. I hope you guys learned something at least. Maybe I might do them on hospitals or ambulance stations, or if you guys want to see some other ones on different buildings. But they're pretty self-explanatory for the most part. I know dispatch centers a little bit complicated, or I even might do police heliports, or maybe even like the HEMS. Oh, not this. That's one of these emergency helicopters, medical helicopters. If you guys want to see a tutorial on these ones, and basically everything you will need, or just what they do and like the speed at which the helicopters go, or I just might do that. If you guys want to see more, comment below or like.